Hey there, Rajesh Menon. Today we are going to talk about life inside machine. Is there something called life inside machines? Let's see. Is there life on moon? Yes and no. No, because we landed there and found that it was made of nothing but a bunch of rocks. Yes, because it affects us directly. So you see, this bunch of rocks is a hardware, and because it affects us directly through, it influences our thoughts or our mind. It's the software part of it. So the moon has a life. The gravity of the moon is responsible for tides. The moon also reflects sunlight and serves as a torch in the night. On a new moon night, we have to resort to artificial intelligence, artificial lighting, as the starlight is not bright enough. The moon influences the mind. This is well known. In fact, in palmistry, it is said that if your line of head dips into the mount of Luna, most probably you will go insane. For those of you who believe in palmistry, this is knowledge for you. So let's go ahead. Let's try to zoom into the microcosm. All cells have life. Viruses and some form of borderline crystals also have life. So what is life all about? Is it a DNA strand? Now some viruses don't have DNA, just RNA. Now here's my definition. Life is that which is in motion, outside or inside. Change is life, replication is life, achieving something by change, knowingly or unknowingly, is life, and most important, survival is life. Our body is not live. It is a changes or the movement inside the body that is life. All cells, tissues, organs, etc. are nothing but made of constituents like water, waste, and chemicals which are inert. When matter is positioned in a certain fashion, it leads to life. We are nothing but life aggregated into a higher plane. We are a complex pattern as compared to, let's say, the animals or the trees and so on. But we are life. Now, hardware does not change. If you have a Pentium machine, it is the same processor or the DMA chip that is present every time you switch it on. It does not change. Inside the chip is the instruction set, or like the base pairs of DNA made up of only 4 nucleotides: adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine. Note that these can be considered as 4 instructions in a DNA molecule. So you can say that DNA has life. Now comes the living part. Software says you are loading the OS. Say you are loading the OS, it will go and sit in the same portion of memory, or if you expand the memory, it may go and sit in another place. But if you notice there is motion, there is a distinct change. The voltage levels are fluctuating and software turns on. This software uses say X number of instructions. Another OS may use Y number of instructions. It's like the difference between the code of an ant and a grasshopper. The closer they are genetically, the more the instructions inside them match, like a 32-bit AMD and Intel microprocessor. If you look at instructions deep down, a MUL or multiply is nothing but a repetitive ADD, that's add. And so we can say that there are some fundamental instructions equivalent to the DNA nucleotides, like for instance an add instruction or a compare instruction or a move instruction. These form the core, but wait for some more. The chips are made of gates and there are not many. The simplest is a NOT gate, and then we have a AND or OR gates. Further to that are abstractions or aggregations. We can go further to the level of transistors, but I think we are losing focus if we do that. Coming back to software, and accounting software has a different set of instructions than a computer game. But they are both live when they get control. Control of what? The CPU, of course. For the moment that the instructions get executed or wherever the current flows, life manifests. Like there are so many ants, there are so many copies of, say, your browser sessions, be tabbed or windowed, and like the ants die, the browser dies when you close the window. In fact, close should be called die. As programs have more and more layers, the programs are also evolving into aggregations like ourselves. Nowadays, there are so many layers of instructions that the uppermost layers are quite sophisticated. Now consider for a moment a Lisp interpreter running on a Unix OS on a Sunfire machine, communicating with a Windows machine using sockets over the internet. Sounds complex? Now this is communication. like between two human beings or cells. An exchange of information happens, and the state of the machine most likely changes in the same way we may get altered after every teat, although we do not consciously know it. So, like the moon, the computer has life. It is the software existing inside it, which makes it intelligent. Software is akin to mind, and hardware is akin to brain. Now, life has given birth to life, and the soul that created is nothing but that of a human. Our creation is not perfect, like an ostrich that has wings but still cannot fly. But like evolution, we are on our way making more usable programs, and then probably the ostrich won't need a wing, or probably will fit artificial one so that it can claim its lost glory, the flight of being a bird. So thank you very much. That's what I have for you. Please visit my website, technospirituality.com. You'll find technology, techno-spiritual and inspirational stuff there. So please remember to subscribe to this channel and share this with your friends. Thank you very, very much, and may God bless you. Thank you once again.